Hello and welcome back to the FS Football Channel and today's edition of Premier League preview for Game Week 23. Now last week, the shocks of the week was undoubtedly Liverpool's 1-0 defeat at Anfield to Brighton and Manchester United's 9-0 win over Southampton. Now, Manchester United's goals came through Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Marcus Rashford, an own goal for Bednarak, Edinson Cavani scored as well. Then Martial scored a brace. Bruno Fernandes scored a penalty. And Dan James tapped in from close range. Now, of course, this isn't the first time we've seen this Leicester City team lose 9-0. Of course, last season they did also get smashed 9-0. But that was against Leicester, not Manchester United. Anyway, let's get into this week's fixtures. Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Aston Villa and Arsenal both lost their last game. However, it's Arsenal that will suffer the most because of it, because they had two men sent off, both David Luiz and Bernd Leno. Now for me, the David Luiz one was completely wrong. Yes, the laws of the game suggest if you've not gone for the ball, it's a red card. But you don't always have to listen to the letter of the law, because referees don't. And I think David Luiz hasn't even tried to go for the ball. He hasn't tried to make a tackle. He's tripped him accidentally. As William Jose's running, he's accidentally tripped on David Luiz. For me, that's not a red card. I think it's become a popular thing. I've said this in a few live streams and watch logs before. Since the Arsenal game, I think it's become a popular thing to send off David Luiz. And I think if that's Ruben Diaz, John Stones, it's not a red card. I think because it's David Luiz, it's a red card. And for me, it was an awful decision. I don't think it was a red card. I think there has to be some sort of intent to make the challenge for that to be a red card. There's no intent there. There's no nothing. He's just running and he's accidentally tripped him. For me, it's not a red card. And that changed the game. Wolves then took over and made Arsenal pay for it. While Villa, they were just outbattled, outwon and outplayed really by West Ham. But I think thanks to that Leno sending off, which was stupid from Bernd Leno, Arsenal will have deep problems because I don't rate Ruben Arsenal. I think he's shown in the Cup against Manchester City. He's not an amazing goalkeeper. And I think he could really struggle in this game. And I think Aston Villa's attack will do enough to win in this game. I'm going for a 2-0 Villa win. Burnley versus Brighton. Now, I think this is going to be quite a boring one. I think, look, Brighton have been fantastic. Beating Spurs and beating Liverpool in back-to-back games. However, I think Burnley will actually do better than both them teams. I think Burnley will get a point. I don't really have much reason. I just have an inkling that Burnley will get something in this game. I don't see any of these teams scoring. I don't think either team are amazing going forward. So I'm just going to go for a boring 0-0 draw. Newcastle United versus Southampton. Now, like I said, Southampton got smashed 9-0 last time out with youngster and debutant John Wicks getting sent off, as did Bednarak. Bednarak's red card has been overturned. I think that's a shocking decision. He's gone to try and make a tackle. Martial's skipped past him. I don't understand how Bednarak has been overruled, but then David Luiz is not. Like I said, it goes back to me thinking David Luiz is getting sent off is a popularity thing now. It's just popular to send David Luiz off. But look, this Southampton team, like I said, they know how to come back from 9-0 defeats. It's not something you want to be able to do. You don't want to be losing 9-0, of course, but to know you can do it is always helpful. I think they will. I don't rate this Newcastle side. Yes, they might be on a decent little run right now, especially for them. I don't think they're going to win this game, though. I think Southampton will take all 3 points. We go for a 1-0 Southampton win. Fulham versus West Ham. Now, West Ham's new signing, Jesse Lingard, was on absolute flames in their last game against Aston Villa, scoring 2 goals on his debut. What a guy. And I'm so happy to see Jesse Lingard. He got his move from Manchester United to West Ham on loan, and I want to see him continuing playing really well, because realistically, has he got much of a career at Manchester United left? Maybe not. But if he plays well and gets back to what we know he can perform, he could be at least he could be a squad player. And if not, and West Ham want to sign him permanently, that helps Manchester United potentially get a deal for Declan Rice. So I'm really happy for Jesse Lingard, and I think West Ham will continue to win this game. I don't think Fulham have much of a goal threat. I think they're going to win this game as well. And I hope Jesse can get on the score sheet or maybe get an assist. I'm going for a 2-0 West Ham win. Manchester United versus Everton. Of course, I will be doing a match preview and a watch along for this game. So please do subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss that when that goes live and when I go live. But look, Manchester United won the last game 9-0. And yes, Southampton had a man sent off a minute into the game. And yes, in the end, it finished with 9 men. But that doesn't change the fact Manchester United was terrific. We were amazing that game. And if we continue that in the next game, I don't see how we don't beat this Everton side. As much as Nico, if you're watching this, big up yourself, might want Everton to win, I don't think they will. I'm going for a 2-0 Manchester United win. Tottenham Hotspur versus West Brom. Now, Spurs were awful in the last game against Chelsea. Offered absolutely nothing. West Brom have been fairly the same all season. And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get out of this rut of just losing games. Sam Allardyce has come in, hasn't really got them winning games or got them just getting points, really. And that's very, very unlike Sam Allardyce. If they want to stay up, they're going to have to do it soon. The teams above them are escaping. I believe 17th place has 22 points. I think that's Burnley. That's 10 points to separating West Brom and Burnley. That's far too many points at the moment. But I can see Burnley getting more points. Like West Brom at the moment don't look like they're going to pick up any more points. And because of that, I'm going for a 1-0 Spurs win. Wolves versus Leicester City. Wolves and Leicester both won their last game. Of course, like I mentioned, Wolves were lucky that Arsenal got 2 red cards. And I think until the red cards came, Arsenal were comfortably the better side. Wolves didn't offer much. And you look at the goals. It was a João Moutinho screamer and it was a penalty. Well, Leicester will be better than that. Leicester will be better than that. And I think Leicester will just be too strong for this Wolves side. I thought William Jose, he looked okay. I didn't think he was amazing. I think they still lack a proper goal threat, really, for me. And I think Leicester will win this game because of it. I'm going for a 2-1 win. It's the big one of the week. It's Liverpool versus Manchester City. Pep Guardiola versus Jurgen Klopp. And Liverpool recently have just been woeful. They have lost back-to-back games at Anfield after what was a 68 unbeaten streak. In fact, Liverpool are winless at Anfield since their 2-1 victory over Spurs in a game which they should have lost. They've been very, very poor recently, Liverpool. However, I do think out of any game, you want to play Man City next to Liverpool. I think they need a big game to concentrate on and be like, set a marker. And what bigger game than Manchester City? Liverpool are way off the pace at the moment. And they know if they want to retain the title, they need to beat Manchester City or the title's gone. For me, if City win this game, Premier League title will go to Manchester City. If not, if Liverpool can win the game, then it opens the title race up back to Manchester United and potentially Leicester. It's going to be difficult. Man City don't look like conceding goals. And going forward, they are frightening. However, I do truly think Liverpool will get their Anfield winning streak back. And I think they're going to beat Manchester City. I'm going for a 1-0 Liverpool win. Sheffield United versus Chelsea. Sheffield United this season have been pretty good defensively, but awful going forward. However, they're in a fantastic gain of form, especially for them. Beat Manchester United. Beat West Brom in their last game. Of course, they did lose to Manchester City 1-0. However, these aren't smashings. These are better results than we were seeing at the start of the season. And I think Sheffield United will fancy themselves to be able to try and get something. I think Chelsea, since Thomas Tuchel's come in, they've looked decent. You can see it, a way of playing for sure. However, I don't think Chelsea have been amazing going forward. I watched the Chelsea versus Tottenham game. There's a lot of passing, a lot of good passing, but it's sideways and backwards. I don't think there's anything really penetrative about it. There's no. I never really feared for Tottenham's defence. Against Tottenham, they scored because Eric Dyer is brain dead. I think this Chelsea team are coming on. I just don't think they're amazing going forward at the moment. And I think that means Sheffield United can get something out of this game. And shockingly, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Leeds United versus Crystal Palace. I think Leeds United will comfortably win this game. I think Crystal Palace are in good form. However, I think Leeds' attack will just be too much for this Palace defence. And look, Palace are in pretty good form right now, winning the last 2 games. However, I just don't see Leeds not winning this game, to be honest. It's just one of them inklings you have. I just don't see how Palace can get something in this game. I'm going for a 2-0 Leeds win. And my player to watch this week will be Anthony Martial. Just something tells me he's going to have a good week. He was fantastic against Southampton, scoring a brace, won a penalty. And for me, he should start. And I reckon we could be back to seeing what we know Anthony Martial is capable of. And if we are to beat Everton 2-0, I can see him getting a few goals. So he will be my player to watch. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this episode of Premier League Preview, please do hit the like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Also, please do check out my match preview for the Manchester United game when that comes out. And please do tune in for the watch along. That will be greatly appreciated. Anyway, that will be it. Thank you all for watching and I'll see you next time. Peace.